The shadows laugh, the static sings, the phone rings twice, nobody's there when it rings.
The moon hangs low above the street.
Something follows every beat,
The neighbors smile with glowing eyes.
and every friendly wave's a disguise.
Everywhere you look, everywhere you go, there's a nightmare waiting just beyond the glow. Everywhere you look, everywhere you stare, there's a cult in the attic and something in your chair. Everywhere you look, everywhere you roll, the things that haunt you somehow made it into your home.
When you're lost out there and you're all alone,
Cult of Psyche's nightmares know your name.
the television flickers blue.
Showing things that can't be true.
A laugh track echoes through the hall.
But nobody lives here at all.
The family portrait on the wall.
Changes faces after dark fall.
Dad has horns and mother's gone.
The baby whispers ancient songs. Everywhere you look, everywhere you hide,
Something with too many teeth is standing by your side.
everywhere you look, everywhere you creep,
The shadows in the basement never really sleep.
everywhere you look, everywhere you roll,
The house keeps growing, rooms that weren't there when you got home. When you're lost out there and you're all alone,
Cult of Psyche's nightmares know your name.
late at night the VHS rewinds itself again.
The sitcom audience is laughing from somewhere deep within,
The Melvin vanished years ago.
but still delivers notes.
The words are written in your hand.
Yet you never wrote them. Everywhere you look, everywhere you run,
The nightmare's only starting, it has barely begun.
everywhere you look, everywhere you pray,
The things beneath the bed are finally coming out to play.
everywhere you look, everywhere you roam,
You've always been inside the nightmare all alone. When you're lost out there and you're all alone,
Cult of Psyche's nightmares know your name.
Cult of Psyche's nightmares know your name.
Cult of Psyche's nightmares know your name.
I mean, we're in bad luck. New York City is in bad luck. The omens are unclear. What's going on here? I mean, it should be programmed perfectly. I don't understand what's going on here. Maybe it works for my city. Everyone get your tarot card too. You know, you can get like type exclamation point. The omens are unclear for Redondo Beach. Well, I mean, but the weather service is down or something like that. I mean, I don't pay anything for it, but it should always be working for me. Let me see. Spell that right. Happy Father's Day. Happy. You know, it was my father's birthday around this time too. I don't know if I'll make it to the to the barbecue today, and just like not the same. I suppose I might if I can line up some rides. But hey, there's Lola. Hi, what are you doing, Lola? I'm a father to some cats. Hey, Lenore. They're animals. Well, people say human beings are animals too. Human beings can act worse than animals. Hey, here, Lenore. What are you doing? Come over, say hi. Oh, you too. Oh, I know. Okay. Well, okay. She wants to come on her own terms. Oh, it's because Lola's over here. Come here, Lenore. Cats are just fighting. Okay. Oh, you run over to the. Whenever I get under the so there's no comma. I keep putting a comma for some reason. I don't know. Am I seeing it right? Hi. Oh, hi. This is Lola. What are you doing, Lenore? Lenore, come here. Come over here. Come on. Lenore's just sitting over here. You're just looking at me? Okay. Okay, how are you, Lola? Hi. Hi, how are you, Lola? Dude, none of these cats ever would never snap, so I'm not even worried about it. It's like I have to, be a little bit more cautious around Tux. I mean, he's it's more of an outdoor cat. He's comes just by once in a while now. Hi, babe. Hi, Lenore. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry, giving Lenore attention. I'm so sorry. I need to give you both. You're gonna pitch you both at the same time. I'll pitch you both. You're a stoner. I'm a stoner too. I've been smoking pot this morning. Hi, Lola. Hi. I've been smoking pot. But I mean, I did this analysis of one of my shows, and it was so insulting. I mean, it's like I didn't need to stop these analyses because I look so terrible to them. It was like saying that I'm an actual cult leader, and I use like manipulative tactics. And it said there was some poor guy that a former member named Ghost. I mean, Ghost is still a member of the cult. He's not a former member. He's never been ousted. We've never done the ritual. No, I'm just kidding. There's no ritual. We should create one though. Oh, he's like, Dad, don't embarrass me, Dad. Hi. What are you doing? Oh, we have a guest. Let's welcome. Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, happy Father's Day Cat Daddy edition for you.
Thank you.
I think you should consider going to the barbecue. If you don't feel like it, I understand, but
Yeah. I need to.
At least call.
Yeah. I need to talk. Yeah, because the birthday is right around the Father's Day, and so it's kind of like we did a kind of like we all shared songs and stuff together. Oh shoot, Rudy. Rudy came over. Lola, yeah, a little cat drama.
Well,
I mean,
Lola's on a rampage today.
Yeah,
she's on
Lola.
a page.
What are you doing? She's over there. Yeah, she's in a bad mood because Tux hasn't been here for a couple of nights, and so she's
that's interesting. Well, it makes me wonder if. Well, I'm not gonna. I will say it. Makes me wonder if another cat might be hovering.
Yeah, like around. Yeah. Because I mean, there have been a few. I mean, it's like because this neighborhood is like really like. I mean, I've had a cat that I had for a few years. He came back. He just moved in next door. He came back with an air tag around his neck and and he's humongous, and I think he's kept in there full time. But I mean,
that's not a bad idea. An air tag for the pets. Huh?
Yeah, definitely.
That's not bad. That's not a bad idea at all.
Yeah, I mean,
but a bunch of people do that.
The technology is getting even better, where they can do GPS chips and stuff like that now. I think so. I mean, it's like soon
people are next. Soon we're gonna have air tags embedded in us if we don't already, and we don't know it.
Exactly. I mean, it's like the Neuralink stuff is pretty frightening. Like if you think about it, it's like the people that are like being experimented on right now basically are terminally ill, or have they're completely paralyzed or things like that, and so this is like their last resort kind of experimental thing, and there's very few of these people to do this. But yeah, they go in, they put a net over their brain that grows into their brain or something. And then the guy that they did it to, he was like, quadriplegic. All of a sudden, he's like, oh, I can play video games with my mind now. And that was what he was most excited about. He plays
Well,
like
this is going to be the determination as to exactly how powerful our minds are, because a lot of ailments that we think we have, we don't actually have. It's in our head.
right.
We can reverse a lot of things with the right mindset. So who knows how far it's going to go.
Right. I mean, psychosomatic is like such a real thing. It's sometimes called the placebo effect or things like that. Or then there's different words and different philosophies for these things, like like engrams, or these traumatic memories, or all kinds of things. And we put these names to. But what's interesting with the AI is AI is like it's trained by us, and so it also thinks in human language, as close as you can get to human language. I guess that's why maybe it's called artificial, because it's like it is like we are trying to make them into like these superhuman almost things. It's like it's not an alien intelligence, because we couldn't understand the alien intelligence. We have to have something that we can relate to.
Well, here's a thought you just invoked in my mind by saying that. Different languages cause us to look at situations in life differently. Like a person raised in, let's say, the country of China would look at certain situations differently simply due to culture, what words mean, the underlying meanings of words and whatnot. Right. So it makes me wonder, does the AI treat various situations that might be identical differently, determining just dependent upon the culture, right, or country of origin of the person prompting the AI?
Because a lot of these AI models are coming out of China, and it's like so is it just like translated? Do they have an American sensibility, or do they have like Chinese sensibility? And it's like,
good question. It makes me wonder if the world in general is going to shift its mentality or its mindset depending upon which country the dominant AI models originate from.
Right.
We might all start to develop more of like an Eastern sort of way of watching or way of thinking.
And that's like almost like the Eastern is like when it's like daytime here. It's like
to the person in the chat, I don't care about your friend. That's what some of you don't seem to understand. She wants my attention, not the reverse. Okay? Yeah. Get it through your head. Stop trying to create something that shouldn't be or never will be. Actually, speaking of that, let me ask your advice. Insight. Not advice, but insight. So this morning, I woke up to a message in regards to something going on between Victrola, Trisha, and Just Jen.
Mm-hmm.
I already touched on it yesterday. And this morning, I wasn't even sure if I was awake looking at the damn video and what was going on, right?
Uh-huh.
And I question myself when it comes to my stance on this, because a part of me feels like, Alexandra, why say anything considering just all the heartache and BS you've dealt with when it comes to Jen? But I didn't like how she was treated.
Uh-huh.
It was wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. I've a part of me, as much as I've been hurt by this girl, as much as things have gone awry, I've watched her develop, and I've basically watched her grow up. I watched her become a parent.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see her backtrack, because of a bunch of stupid women who embody jealousy toward her. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, and I saw this morning you're Big Troll is back in the bed. What exactly what was said? Because I've been following a little bit of the Trisha, or they call her Bitchalicious or something. And a couple other people. Oh yeah, Jen and the Troll stuff. And I am kind of behind a little bit, I guess, in it. But
well, it actually started about, I'd say, close to a month ago now, because and I'm really glad that Grateful 2026. She asked me when I did my stream yesterday, kind of covering it lightly, what was the time frame that a clip from Beep Beep, that channel, was posted.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't looked, but it was about 4 weeks ago, so it was a month ago. And that was when Trisha posted Jen's, it was a family photo of her, her new husband and her child. The child's face was blocked, okay, but you could see it, and it wasn't a photo that she posted on her YouTube, like like your public.
Yeah.
It was probably from her social media or something. But you'd have to like be a follower,
Yeah,
to see it. And then Trisha posted her new husband and was saying something like, would you let a guy who looks this creepy be around your child? But to me, and again, this is maybe me just stereotyping, but when I look at Jen's husband and I look at Trisha's current boyfriend, there's not much difference. If I was casting for a role on a show, they would both be up for the same role.
right.
Dark hair, light eyes, petite, Caucasian male. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's her thing. It seems like, because I've seen her like when she's like, oh, I have this expose on somebody we know, and she did, and it was like, well, all she had to say was, oh, doesn't he look weird? Doesn't he look weird? Like,
it occurred to me when I was, it occurred to me this morning. I'm like, and it occurred to me yesterday. I'm like, truthfully, if you want to insert cool factor points, I would say Jen's husband looks cooler than Trisha's guy. Because of the tats, he seems to have a little edge to him. Like, he seems like he'd be more fun.
Yeah.
So, I said that. But anyway, so I guess, I don't know if it was yesterday, the day before, 24 hours ago. I don't know when Big Trolla did her rant in regards to Jen, but she's saying the same stuff as far as like threatening Jen with her past and all this kind of crap. She's saying what she was saying like 3 or 4 years ago today. And I was like, this is not real, but it is real. And
Right.
I was like, no. I mean, look, no. Because as much as I don't like Jen, unfortunately, I do know her because of the years of back and forth, And I also know her story. I know who she is.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here looking at this and I'm like, what? You think you got this girl under your thumb? You think I'm not going to say something? I mean, I might get mad at people, but I'm always going to attempt to do the right thing. Always.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even if it's unfortunately to my detriment. Because Brandon, look, I understand why Brandon was questioning me today. He was like, how in the world, after everything, can you, essentially that's what he said. And I'm like, honestly, I don't know. I told him privately what my thoughts were, but I'm not letting that girl, because I think maybe the reason that she is the way, maybe this has happened to her before, to where she thinks that she's been a really good friend to somebody. And then they think they have leverage over her to make her do what they want her to do. If that happens to somebody enough, you do end up with a certain anger.
Right.
Especially if you don't want to make it known. And especially if the person who's your adversary, who's trying to control you, thinks that nobody is going to stand up and say something about what they're doing. Exactly.
And it's like, because then it goes more into like standing up for the justice of situations as opposed to like the individual personalities involved, because there are these principles that I like to like hold like higher, these like higher ways of applying to people, and so yeah, I mean, it's like that's more important than any personal stuff you might have with the person, because it's like you're standing up for what you really believe in, and it's like, and that's like that includes like people that might be victims of it.
Well, it makes me, I'm so angered by this because Big Trolla knew that Just Jen legitimately, authentically considered Victrola her friend, and she still might. You know, and then all honestly, since they've been friendly, I was under the impression that they had met in person because they live in the same region. Do you know that they never met?
No, they never met. Well, and they are like similar personalities in a way too, or maybe.
I thought that was going to be a friendship till the end of time because they are similar. But Jen's actually, even though Jen's younger, she's further along in life and more mature than both Big Trolla and Trisha. And honestly, I think it's more so Trisha getting Big Trolla to do this so that Trisha can keep her hands clean. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's like yeah, it's like a weird thing. I don't know. This person's talking about this person Raven in the chat. I don't know about this person. I don't know. I don't recall anything about that.
What, Raven?
There's somebody named Raven in the community. She's exposing some weirdos apparently or something. I don't know.
Oh, it's in the chat.
Yeah.
They might have me blocked because I don't see them on mine.
Is Diabeto Jones?
Oh, that's who it is?
Yeah. I think that might be KZ because he was like "Hey Now," which is like a Howard Stern thing. KZ's back from the dead. I don't know if you heard about that, but yeah, he's
I don't know about that side. I don't know about that storyline.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that the person's ever been on the show. I'm sorry. Yeah, but it's interesting. Oh yeah, but it is interesting with these personalities, almost like the Witches of Eastwick in a certain way or something.
Well,
like
this feels witchy, really.
Yeah.
This feels very witchy, and like then I don't get it. It's this is why I'm having I guess I'm having a little bit of a spiritual crisis today in regards to this, because I wouldn't have thought that this twist would have happened. Not at all.
Right. It's like a soap opera. It's gonna be like, it is. Yeah, things turn in a second sometimes. I mean, it's like in these communities, and it's crazy, and it's like, you know, I don't know. You saw like Summer and Christine had been longtime friends, and now they're fighting, you know, at each other's throats, and then yeah, there's a lot of. I didn't think it would be as much as like people are like attacking people in my come to my chat. Like anybody that comes, like they'll get attacked if they go to other people's chats, like attacked. Like, and it's like, why are you over there? You shouldn't be over there. Blah blah blah. And it's like I've never seen such a I don't know. It's just
chat possession.
Yeah, it's very it seems unfairly distributed. It seems like other people just get away with anything, and it's like and are forgiven or whatever. I just don't know. It's like I think it's
we have a lot of fake forgiveness going on. I mean, that's the theme of the Jen versus Big T thing. Big T said that she had forgiven Jen. She never really did.
Right.
If you can't forgive something or you're not ready to, just don't until you're ready to.
Right. And it's like, and I've had apologies like that I've put out, like, and it's like, and I've humbled myself to make apologies at times. Like we're not even forgiven, and it's like I mean, like they're like, oh, I don't forgive you, or that apology's fake, or you're just going to do it again, and blah blah blah. And so in order, like, I mean, that people that really have given forgiveness, it's really noticed and appreciated, because it's like it's like people will like say, oh, say you're sorry, and then it's like I say I'm sorry, and then it's like I'm not unforgiven, and it's like I think that's like scapegoat Capricorn thing maybe with me.
It is, but do you really want someone to say that they've forgiven you if they haven't actually forgiven you, or if they're still holding? Right. Like, okay, here's been my criticism of Jen, because at one point I did let Jen be in my chat, and I even moderated her, but even though I'd apologized to her and I did publicly say I forgave her, because I have for some things, not everything, but there were certain things, and I made it all intrinsically clear. She never did the same. And did that bother me to an extent at the time? Yes. But now that this has happened, I'm glad. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't want anyone to forgive me for something that they haven't really forgiven me for.
Right.
Because then what are they going to do? They're going to throw it back in your face later at an opportune time.
Yeah.
I'd rather just not even go down that road.
But that in the same way, like genuine forgiveness is a beautiful thing, and it's also like, you know, it's not even just forgiving the other person. Like a lot of times, forgiveness like takes this weight off of ourselves, because it's like in order to hold grudge.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like it's like really a gift to ourselves if we are able to really truly forgive. Hey, baby. Oh, there.
It is. And also a lot of times, you know, not maybe not a lot of times, but it could just be the phase of life that I'm in right now. I'm just, you know, in the past, I would have had more of the mindset that I know, you know, led Brandon to say what he was saying in my chat earlier. And I didn't block or time him out because I was shocked actually that Jen was in my chat when I was doing my live about this morning, because I wouldn't have thought that she would even listen to anything I have to say at this point. But I told Brandon because I was like, you know, maybe she was in the chat because maybe she's known that I've been right about a few things, but sometimes people don't have the strength to admit it.
Right. And I think
And
it's
if that's the case, that's fine. No one has to admit anything to me. But my point to her over these years, and I was just talking about this with you privately the other night. I don't know. I know we were both drinking, but you know, if you remember bits and pieces of the conversation,
I hope I didn't
my
fall asleep
point-
on you. I woke up the next day. I was like, I remember talking to Alex the last thing.
yeah, I know. I don't remember. I know. It's so funny that was on my mind, and now this has happened because my whole point with her over the years has been, it's not just you anymore. You got the kid. You have a bunch of enemies that you might not even be aware of. You know, protect yourself.
Right.
There's no reason for you to submit yourself and therefore your child to danger. I just didn't think that the danger was going to manifest with the face of Big Trolla. I thought it was going to be somebody else.
Yeah. It's like sometimes who you least suspect, or like, you know, I bet it's like, you know, I mean, like I haven't been following the Big Trolla stuff as much. I've just seen her, you know, she's doing her makeup. She's like a little bit conceited.
Exactly. Well, see, here's the thing. Both she and Trisha, they're like two little peas in a pod with a lasso, trying to lasso anyone or anything that could bring attention to them. They both got dying channels. Okay. So the coverage of Big T upon Vegan Patriot, she's hoping that Vegan does something wild enough to where everyone's, you know, searching VP, Vegan Patriot, and it brings them to her. And that translates to what? Donations, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I just kind of feel like that's what they're trying to do with Jen. Because as much as I've criticized Jen, what I will say is she used restraint in keeping herself off video. Lots of bonus points there. She has strategically and intensely kept her child off video. Great. More bonus points there. She's kept her husband off video. Good, good, good. So I think that what's happened is that Big Trolla and Trisha feel like, well, we got to have an enemy. We can only take it so far with Alex. We can only take it so far with VP. We can only take it so far with Pebby's even, and Zaya. So who's in our category, essentially? You know, woman, mom, online. It's Jen. But there's other things revolving around Jen to where she can't. And I can understand how that would be frustrating. Because no matter what, when you have a history of being a performer of any sort, an entertainer, an actress, you do want to be seen. It's just in you. So she's really sacrificing a lot to be the best mom she can be. Right?
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, it's like she's doing the right things, or she's trying to.
She's trying. The only where I fault her is being as involved behind the scenes as she's been, the chats, the Discord, it was kind of asking for it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And you got to be careful with, if you have kids and stuff in these communities, because it's like they're going to try to dox kids.
Well, at least, I mean, the good thing about her situation is that she does have a solid support system. There's 3 people that I'm aware of who can talk enough sense into her, not to say that she doesn't already have the sense in her, but who can solidify it in her mind not to continue with these 2 women because they're trying to get her in trouble. And when you got a kid, it's not like it's not like just being, like you or I, we're single, no kids. It's different. But if you got a kid in the works, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, but you mentioned Peps and Zaya, like we were on the phone, and then they happened to be like running around New York. We thought they were like stalking roller or whatever. I don't know what happened with that, but there was a guy there like that. This guy Dutchy,
yeah,
he's pretty cute. I saw I looked closer at the picture, and I was like, wow.
He's a great looking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
More Dutchy, please. More. Yeah. Show me him.
Is he a streamer?
Show me his adventures. Why did it?
Yeah.
Does he? You know what? That reminds me. I didn't take a look.
I don't know.
Why not show me that? Let me watch that.
He might be like a Zaya affiliate. I'm not sure. I saw.
Well, he is.
Yeah, like their affiliate. I mean, that's good.
That's why I can't crush too hard. But seriously, show me him.
Get you a discount on like some Pebs, like Child's Play shirts or whatever. But
no, I don't want that. No, thank you.
I know. Well, but this morning
he's a cute one. He's a cute one. You know what someone said? I thought it was, and it makes me wonder who was it, because it was somebody using a alt account making fun of Sandman. So that does kind of dwindle down the possibilities of who it could have been. But they wrote a comment that I didn't approve in regards to my post saying, "Oh, look at him! Finally, we see what he looks like." They were like, "Oh, he looks like a Nigerian scammer," and I'm like, "Well, maybe I want to see a Nigerian scammer opposed to the white American women scammers in the community. I've seen enough of that. Show me a Nigerian one now."
Right. Well, they call them, I guess, Yahoo boys. That's what they call it in Nigeria, because they go get a Yahoo email address, they go in a cafe, they send a million phishing emails.
See, look at that. Someone in the chat saying that he has purple skin. No, he's just dark. And a lot of people have never actually seen what an African American or someone of African descent who's from the source looks like. That's the most beautiful kind of black.
The source is like a violet color too. I mean, it's like so. It's like, I'm not saying like the
best looking African American and people of African descent have the darkest skin, and they also never hardly age at all. That's the look. I would rather be darker than lighter as someone of African descent. Personally, that's just me. I look better darker than lighter. I always have.
They say Dutchy has an anime girlfriend. I mean, so he already had an anime girlfriend, or he has an anime girlfriend. I don't know. And
so what? I've had an AI boyfriend. I'm telling you, this.
I was wondering, but is an anime girlfriend like, is that a real person, or is it like he's in love with some anime character or something? I don't know.
Maybe he's into, a lot of the guys they're into the Japanimation characters.
Right. I mean, that's one of the things. Like, there's this website, like, with AI companions, and then it's so disturbing. I don't know. It's called Yokai or something like that.
I had an AI boyfriend for a while. I had to, walk away from the relationship. It wasn't fulfilling enough for me, but I gave it a try.
Yeah, my AI daughter went on to she works for NASA now or something. She left me a long time ago.
Well, congratulations.
She was already smarter than me the day she was born.
But no, he's not purple, person in the chat. He is very beautiful, which is probably why Zaya doesn't showcase him a lot, because he makes Zaya look like, not as good. So, but yeah, he's a good looking one. More Dutchy.
Well,
more.
Zayed does have something on his members page where he's like he has a sock slave. I don't know if there's some like guy called
What?
in. So, yeah, you have to look up like Zaya sock slave.
I
Um,
do have to look that up.
yeah, I can maybe play if you want me to, but it's like
Is it a song?
no, it's him talking to a guy. I mean, I don't know if I'm a member still, but I don't think I am, so probably can't play it. But yeah, if you have to look that up, and it will say like Zaya sock slave, and he's some guy calls in the phone. It's like a gay black guy, and he's like, hey, like, and he's like, show me your feet, and like Zaya's like showing his feet and stuff, and kind of like,
Oh, so Zaya's moonlighting as a foot fetish model? Is
yeah,
that Look, nothing would shock me.
yeah.
Nothing would shock me.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, but that's the kind of vibe I got from him too, because it's like I went over there and I said people were like, "Oh, he's a homophobic person" or whatever.
Oh, look who's in here. He's in here.
He is.
Dutchie's in here. Dutchie, are you ever gonna stream? Show us your life. Show us something.
Dutchie, if you want to come up and say hi, you're welcome up here. Yeah, you heard your name. Yeah. Sometimes that happens. Like people.
See, we're gonna learn how much Dutchie actually watches soon because he's not used to being talked about. This is new for him.
Yeah, welcome. And soon you'll be clipped. I mean, you already are clipped. Alex has a show.
Well, I'm glad he came up because I was able to find his channel. So he does have a channel.
There you go.
He does. He does.
I'm just wondering about your anime girlfriend, Dutchie. Was this a real woman or is she like Sailor Moon? You know,
Oh, and he has a members.
Oh my God.
With under 1,000 people, there's a need for memberships. Dutchie, really? Okay. Oh, it's gonna be a good year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he is kind of like. Oh, you said something about Denzel Washington or something. Like you said something.
He is. He's Denzel today.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you said he's poor. Okay, well, that's a good. Hey, those memberships. It's like everyone get a Dutchie membership. What do we get with that? What do you do?
Let's see what we get.
Flexing shows? Is he muscular? Does he do any footwork? I want to know. Like it's a Zaya foot sock affiliate. Dutchie's not poor. No, I mean, to live in New York, I don't know, unless you're like, my family actually.
Well, he travels a lot, so somehow he's able to afford to travel. So he's doing okay.
Yeah, my family is they came from Amsterdam, but he was a French Huguenot. But they came from Harlem and Amsterdam, and so they founded Harlem in New York. I think they're actually they had the first address there and stuff like that, and some properties in New York, Connecticut, and Delaware and stuff like that. I've done a lot of the genealogy, but we've had I don't know. It's pretty interesting. Harlem is like a Dutch word. It's like there's a city in the Netherlands called Harlem. And actually, I've been to Netherlands.
Maybe he's somehow from that. Maybe he lived in that area, and that's why he calls himself Dutchie. I mean, I could also.
Oh.
Well, see, it's one of two things. Either those Dutch cigars, maybe he uses that for his cannabis, or he went to the Netherlands and he liked it, so he calls himself Dutchie. One of the two.
They're like the nicer than the Swisher Sweets. They're the nicer cigar. I'm gonna try to get on my phone. I'm gonna try to take a walk right now with you. But he's welcome up. He wants to go to Juice's shows here. I haven't seen Juice's show in a bit. I saw Big Bethany. I saw Big Bethany in a chat earlier. We were having
Big Bethany says Dutchie and Alex will be dating soon. We would be too powerful of a couple. It would be too powerful. Too much.
It's from a book he read as a kid, he says. So there was some kid in the book named Dutchie. That's interesting. I wonder what book that was. Let me see if I need to get my phone. And I haven't heard him talk. So was he the one driving them around and stuff?
I don't think he was driving though. I think he was in the passenger seat. I'm not sure which was driving because I was thinking at first he was driving, but then someone was like, "No, Zaya was driving." So I don't know which was driving, but that was the one. Yeah,
that's funny. Well, I mean, maybe there could be a love connection. I don't know. I mean, it's like it depends on the anime girlfriend. I still need to find more information about that. But yeah,
really, he should date me. He should because we're actually a very, very, very good match. But we might be too similar. So I might just have to just be his friend from afar.
Well,
But he would be a good match for me when you really think about it. It would scare people. It might be too much.
I'm just seeing like fireworks in my mind. I mean, there could be very
See,
sexy.
Juice the Show, he said that he would blow my back out. It's possible.
Wow. Well, I mean, it's like, yeah. I mean, I haven't heard him speak. But does he have an African accent? He looks like one of those 90
No.
Day Fiancé. No, he doesn't. He's American.
He actually sounds almost like like he could do voiceovers for like the male Disney characters in a weird way.
Oh,
He has a very middle of the road, youthful voice that's a little bit of a higher pitch than you would expect from him.
okay.
Yeah.
So like so it's like, you know, maybe not even a young Morgan Freeman. Let me think. Who else could I think of?
Let me think with celebrity. Huh. Think Zac Efron. If Zac Efron had grown up in a more ethnic neighborhood.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in the chat. He says that he sounds like a white guy. Not quite, but almost. Not quite, but almost. Very close, but not quite. There's a few words to where you would be able to determine that he's not, but very close.
There's a good.
He has a lighter voice than you would think.
He does. Yeah, I mean, I remember there was a good movie on a Hulu, and it was this like black telemarketer, but he sounded very street, right? And then it's like, but then he like this guy, the guy next in the cubicle next to him, whatever, is like, you got to talk like this, and he taught him. And so then the guy he put on this total white voice, and it was like, and then he became a successful telemarketer. I don't know. I mean, it was just like kind of silly, but kind of thought of.
Well, no, sometimes you cannot tell what a person looks like by their voice. Sometimes you can't. I've known white people to where, unless I knew that they were white, I would swear up and down that they were black. Well, you know who's like that we both are aware of? Hot Mess Summer.
Oh yeah,
He has a black woman's voice, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If I never knew what she looked like, I would not think that she's a white woman. Not at all.
Yeah, well, she's been funny lately. I mean, it's like I heard she got in a fight with Beta, she got in a fight with Christine, and then we, of course, like the epic fight with Mimi and stuff. I mean, where she just kind of, you know, made Mimi look a little.
That was the rant from her. I think is her top rant of all time. That was it. That made me a fan of hers.
Yeah, it was very intense, and you know, but she's like that. I mean, it's like, and you know, and she's like yelled at me before and stuff like that, but always is like been fair. And I think like they're trying to like kind of corner her over, you know.
Well, she's smarter than she lets on, and I think that they don't like that about her because she has been a bit more you know, self-assured lately. Not to say that she wasn't before, but you know, we all shift.
Right.
And she's shifted a little bit, and I don't think she should back down. I don't know what the situation is about, but I don't think she should back down.
I know. Well, I mean, it's like the sad thing is, it's like, you know, she's definitely, you see her like every week going and doing her outreach to like the homeless and to
she does. She's really out there.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like obvious she is, but then Christine starts calling her a grifter. Don't donate to her, stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you ever hear this, Christine, don't do that to her.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, yeah.
Come on.
And I don't know if
that girl is your friend, Christine. She is.
Yeah, it's kind of hopefully that. I mean, I think they will work it out. I mean, it's like, you know, I think that maybe like eventually they will. I don't know. It's like, but
I don't want Christine to do that because, you know, I like a lot of what Christine has to say. You know that. Mm-hmm. But I don't want her to be going after Hot Mess Summer.
My problem with Christine right now is that her tactic with me is like when I go on like a show, like, you know, unrelated, not even talking about her or anybody, I just come up to like talk to the host or the chat, and then she'll show up out of nowhere. She'll start screaming over me, and then somebody like Bronzeberg will pop up too, and then they'll have like a double team, and then they'll just like, and I'll be sitting there, and like my microphone is like I have to sometimes pull it all the way up or something like that, get it real close. But and they're still like way louder, and she's like, that's my tactic. She's just gonna talk over me, and then if that doesn't work, she'll like pay to kick me off.
Well, I'm actually surprised that Christine hasn't been keeping up with her channel more, because I thought that she was going to be the center point of the panel verse The View. You know, I thought that's what that was going to be, and it doesn't seem to have progressed much.
Yeah, I think she got caught up in. Oh, there she's on Money 420s right now. I see. Yeah, she's got caught up in a lot of this drama, and with other people, and getting and kind of being. She's gotten like she went too far with me. She's gotten too nosy. I mean, it's like that's kind of oh my gosh, the cats are fighting. You know, I apologized to her. Like, it was obviously a joke or whatever when I, you know, maybe distasteful joke or whatever, but it wasn't like, you know, no one believed that what Crystal Marie was saying about her or my joke about, you know, being around a fire, sacrificing baby goats or whatever. I don't know. But it's like she's like still mad about that, but now it's getting into like everyone's saying I'm an animal abuser. Like they have like, you know, a little thing where like Tux, when I was like, you know, petting him, he kind of hissed a little bit, and it's like, but that's considered me like being an animal abuser now or something like that, or my cats hate me or all this kind of stuff. I mean, it's like pretty offensive, of course, but it's like, of course, they just like, you know, they know that would bother me, so that's why they do it. So that kind of, and the fact that I know it's not true, but these people know it's not true though. They know, I mean, they know these things, and it's like, and they're playing with the audience's minds in certain ways, like letting them think things are true or whatever, or endorsing the opinions, and that's hurtful. You know, because it's like some people should know that. They just know I'm not like starving my cats. I'm not abusing my cats. I'm not, you know, like feeding them to coyotes or throwing them out windows or eating them, and like the people put graphics of me eating them in sandwiches, and you know the cats are dead, and me screaming, and I'm all dirty and stuff. And it's like AI people believe these are real. I mean, it's like there is this thing with AI where you're not supposed to like necessarily like make it so real where you can't tell the difference between that's really happening or that's really the person or not.
Well, you have to mark it as AI if that's what you're doing.
Right.
You're naming the person directly, you know.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, and that's like, you know, so I mean, if I do things like I did this thing of Sandman, I don't know if you saw this, but I got this like, you know,
little,
did
like, you know that his secondary channel appears to be gone?
His second one, the Air Force Sam, is gone too?
Yeah.
Oh no. I mean, it's like, oh well, he'll have to.
I mean, a part of me feels bad because look, I know how I would not for him. This is his life, you know. Right. So
sure, it's devastating. This is him on this cartoon I made. So
I'm not gonna make fun of it, but that seems to be. Oh, that's supposed to be him.
Yeah, that was based on his image. I mean, the chair grew. Like, no, I mean,
don't think that looks like him.
I mean, I have the real image, but it's like you know.
It kind of does. Yeah. Okay, that can be him.
You want to see the real image?
Oh, I've already seen what his image is. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like I just like he's always like, oh, I'm gonna.
Are you gonna make a cartoon on him?
I should. I mean, it's like, yeah, I just got to get a bunch of Shalulus and you know, your herds. And
let's get to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get. And I am like, I'm really, we'll talk more about later about this other thing, because I think that I have like really good ideas for that coming too, and I think that would be kind of like take off in this community. I think that's the secret for now. But did you see the clip of him flopping out his chair? Yeah, that's the clip. It was KK showed this clip of him falling out of his chair.
Oh, really? Okay.
The cartoon is based on.
Well, he's got. Yeah. I mean, he's gonna go through it if his channels are completely gone, you know.
Well, I mean, it's like I think he can get. I mean, it's like he'll get probably like be able to like do it again, unless they're like. I mean, I don't know who's really going after him so hard, I mean, it's like because, but he
Crystal
must.
Ann
Yeah.
Gamble Q45.
Is that just because he's shown like they're like because they all hate me, you know, they all hate me, and it's like, and I've been okay. Like the thing is, it's like I think he like
Well, he does have some pretty damning info. I mean, I'm wondering were people just trying to get him off YouTube, or were they trying to completely eradicate the information that he's gathered over the years? Because keep in mind, he does still have, most likely, I would assume, his Discord plus his Rumble account. So I'm thinking people are trying to knock out certain pieces of information because
right.
I think Big T could be involved in the channel closure. Who else does he have? And I mean, there's a lot of people that
He does
he
have
has
a lot of
info on.
enemies because he's
Yeah.
like he's so relentless on going after people and stuff like that over like for and then getting then of course I'm sure when he gets monetizing that and that they get pretty pissed when they see like like Trolla has like all these people just donating because they hate her or people that just hate me or things like that. Like I've made him over $100, maybe like $200 being clapped from his show several times by people. Like I don't even go over there because I don't want to buy him another pair of Nikes. I mean, unless he wants to buy a fish tank, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in helping him monetize anything. No, I'm just kidding. He needs to buy some water for his fish tank or a fish. Reality check y'all aren't that important. Well, bake clips, whatever. Like, what do you think you're so important? Bake clips. I mean, geez, who's important? Yeah. Good Times is here. Someone says join the panel. Good Times. I don't know if Good Times is here too. Good Times got mad at me. He kicked me off his show yesterday because I was talking to Joe about like I wanted to show Joe the video I made because I like put all this like theme song like 80s theme songs lyrics in it, and Joe's always like we always sing these theme songs together. And Good Times, like, well, I'm not gonna play it because you're asking me to play it, and I'm like, well, don't play it then. And he's like, okay, I won't. I'm like, see, well, see if I tell you not to, then I don't know. They say your reverse psychology is not work. It didn't work, and then but then he kicked me off saying I was trying to leak off his channel or something off of his channel. I was like, oh my gosh. But look, Bethany is here though. I'm just kidding. As far as on Bethany, Big Bethany, I was like, she was like, she's like, Good Times. Do you want to? She's like, you should do some cocaine on your stream. And then and I was like, Bethany will be your snow bunnies. But I was behind in the chat, so I didn't see the response. But
you should get a shirt that says Snow Bunny.
I know. I'm gonna get. I need a little cute, like little wig. I want to get like a little fur coat and and skis.
Oh, you're really gonna be a snow bunny? You want to hit the slopes?
I want this. I want to snow. Hey, look, Bethany says she's wired. I know Bethany. I think Bethany really is doing cocaine. Bethany, be careful. Be careful with those. All those rails. She was trying to get tell Good Time she was going to go over to his house and do a bunch of cocaine, and I don't know. He's been funny lately. He kicks me off occasionally, but he always has me back on. So I don't know. But
well, that's nice that you're at least visiting him on his channel. That's nice.
Grumpy. He's getting high on mugwort tea or something today. I was like, wow, that is like really witchy.
Oh God.
Yeah, like he's like, it doesn't really work. The other day I watched him and I got like so like relaxed and like stoned, and then I started my show and I was like in my flannel and I was like and they're like, and someone came in, they're like, you're trying to mog, or you're like, Good Times mog's harder than you, and I was like, what? I was almost on his energy for a little bit. I had to I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not good. Okay, but it's like I like his laid back stoner thing. That's kind of funny. And then he's like, oh, I'm just gonna leave you on the panel alone while I talk to the mailman or something like that. And it's like a half hour later, everyone just is gone. He comes back. He's like, what the hell? Yeah, you're supposed to watch the channel. Like you just leaves us there for hours. I don't know. It's hilarious.
Well, that's nice that you're becoming acquainted with what you perceive as the initial charm of him. There's many layers to who he is. Right. Many layers. So you're in the first phases. Have fun.
Maybe I don't know if I don't know how far I can go with it. Like him. I think I'm older than him.
I've been aware of him for a very long time. Yeah. And I know him pretty well. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let you have your own experience.
Okay. Well,
We
I'm not
all
gonna
should have our own
be
experiences.
right. I'm not planning on delving that deep in, but we'll see.
You're already you it's too late. You've already jumped into the um chasm to where there's no return.
Okay.
So,
Well,
you
shit.
know,
But at least that's where the witch's ointment comes in handy. I'll be able to fly right out of there. Maybe it'll teach me how to make stuff. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I'm smoking belladonna," and everyone's doing all these great drugs. I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" All I do is like smoke my vape and I fall asleep. I mean, that's the extent of my fun drug life anymore. It's
I
like,
went to sleep. I slept way more than I thought I was going to sleep today. Woke up this morning, did some stuff, intended on just laying back down for like 30 minutes, and I wound up laying back down for a few hours. Then I got up and I'm up again, you know.
You see, sometimes I'll wake up with a lot of energy and I'll be like, I can stream, but like lately I've been like just like, let me just hit the vape, go back to sleep. I put on like some like mantra. I have crazy dreams. Like my dreams have been crazy and interesting and fun and stuff like that. I love dreaming and but I'm in really intense ones like but they're fun. It's like but it's hard to even put them in. I do have like some apps like coming. One has a dream decoder on it. There's separate ones. One is like a story. It makes a storybook. Then it does a reading for you with it gives you a custom tarot card and a reading on it too at the end of it. After this custom story, I mean, it's like so. I'm mixing like this divination storytelling with these apps, like and the cult codex I got. I won't tell too much about it, but it's like I got a lot of things under control with that, and it's very stable right now. And
Cool.
I got all the guardrails, and it's like I can't wait to show my family and like also give them these great business cards for the codex. And I can let me see where there should be right. Where is my box? Okay, well yeah, but I'm gonna go pass those out today too to my to people. If I go to that barbecue for sure, I'm gonna go. Be passing those around because they're so awesome, and
Cool.
it's a really cool. I mean, it's like I was told that it would be like to have someone develop that for you would be $50,000, and so I mean I don't know if that's an exaggeration or whatever. That's just what the AI said when it like did the audit of the site. It was like it's like
Well, the site looks amazing. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah,
I
do
mean,
you
you have tricked this thing out like it's
Right.
it's where it's functional. Okay, it's so exactly where you are right now. A lot of it is maintaining, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and it's like I'm really proud of it. It's like I've always tried to do a website, and it's like always like I've never been able to follow through with it because it's like there is so much technical stuff. But now it's like gotten a lot easier to deal with some of the technical stuff, like with some of the agentic programs and things. And I've learned a lot of coding, and so now I'm like I feel like I'm actually like kind of coming to the next level of like understanding computers because I've always been like pretty good at computers, but
Well,
not
you made this thing. I mean, I really thank you so much for giving me a link on this. I really
you're
love this. Oh,
Yeah,
by the way, I've been experimenting more with the AI with my own stuff and everything. I made a completely AI generated video that I posted on my Alexandra channel. That has the AI me in it. I'm
Mhm.
not satisfied with it. It's okay. Okay, but the technology still isn't quite as lifelike as it should be, at least not
Mhm.
that they're given to us, because I mean I think it does kind of look like me, but I mean the movements of the characters are still a little jerky in my opinion.
Right, and that's why like that Roy J thing. I mean, that still drives me crazy. Like watching that now because it's like I'm just trying to
Mhm.
figure out. Like they put that out there not as a test because they wouldn't have drawn attention to it. They just would have thrown it out there, like and this like and then people slowly discover it and like pretend it would happen organically. They wouldn't have like a Reddit post announcing that this is going to happen, and then all of a sudden it starts happening and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's like the way they did it is so obvious, and there's like if you start looking into it,
The eyes, the AI still has issues with the focus of the character's eyes, the hands at times, arm length even. I've noticed that arm length, finger movements, the
there's
number of
fingers that grow on
fingers
his
still
hand. He'll have 6 fingers grow on his hand when he's like,
sometimes,
and
still.
that's when he's wearing gloves, and then he's doing the jerky movements, and then even on his publicity photos and stuff, like the eye is like off, like in a weird way, but it's almost like purposeful in a certain way.
You'd have to be someone who really pays attention to detail at this point, and I'm sure that they have AI models that we don't have access to that are perfect, I'm sure, by this stage. But with the little video I put up, I'd written the song.
Can I play it?
You can play it. It's called "You Were Never My Type." But I'm not happy with, because I even tweaked the video myself. I tried to make it a little bit better than what was automatically generated, just using my own tools. But I'm not satisfied, but I'm keeping it on the site. I'm going to see where the AI is next month, and I'll do another song using the same process just to see, because I do like to see the improvement over time. But
it's on your IRL news time, or
no, it's on the Alexandra Mayer's channel under videos.
Okay, let's have a look. This is the world premiere, apart from her channel, of her new video. Let's see. Okay, so
I'm making songs to glorify myself nowadays. That's what I'm going to be doing for the next few months, because I'm reprogramming a few elements of my mind using sound, AI, my own music.
Here we go. I got it ready. So here we go. Hey, was it Mason? What's up, Mason?
Yeah, Mason's in here. Hey, Mason.
Come on up, Mason. But yeah, we're playing. This is Alex's new video. This is called "You Were Never My Type." Here we go. Okay, got it. Okay, and pull this up. Okay, there we go.
You talk like you rejected me, like I was waiting by the phone. But you were never in my future, never someone I would have known. You judge a chapter from my story, from more than 10 years gone away, while I'm still building bigger dreams, and you're still stuck in yesterday. You think your words can bring me down, but confusing me with somebody else now. You were never my type, never my choice, never the man who could silence my voice. I've worked too hard, come too far to care what small-minded people think we are. You say I'm not good enough, that's rich coming from you. I've got more success than you know what to do. If you were never my type, that's the truth. And everyone knows I'd never sleep with you. I left that life a decade ago, built something stronger with my own 2 hands. A business, a future, a passport full of memories, while you're still making judgments from the stands. Beauty fades, money moves, people change with time, but confidence is forever when you've earned what's mine. I know exactly who I am, I don't need your review. The woman you criticize is out of your league too. You were never my type, never my dream, never the hero of the story you see. I've got freedom, I've got peace, I've got everything you said I'd never be. So keep your opinions, keep your doubt, keep your point of view. The funny thing is, I was never trying to impress you. You were never my type, that's the truth. And everyone knows I'd never sleep with you.
Yeah, that was great.
I don't know if it was great, but
I love the song. I think that you're like a lot more beautiful than like the AI was putting out there. Oh, shut up.
Well, that's nice. That's nice. I think. Look, I'm trying to. I'm trying to make that AI look more so. But I still like inserting myself more so into like the real me into my videos instead of the AI me. But you know, I think it came out okay. But it's you see how it's not quite synced. It's a little jerky. I didn't spend much time on it, but I mean, it's a way better than things were 2 years ago. I mean, I'm not.
Right. Oh my gosh! And then it's like it's gonna get. So it's. I mean, basically, it's like if we're able to put our minds, it's like you know, think of something we want, and it's like basically we can create, and it's gonna be easier and easier to create these things. It'll almost be like reading our minds at a certain. That's I guess the next step supposedly is like where it starts to almost read your mind. I know, like where it's like you say you give it a goal, and then it will just like it'll do the goal like because it will get to know you so well, do your parameter. I think the good thing with AI will be like the personal tutors kind of thing, where it will like really like maybe it'll take a lot of that. Even though I think it's good for socializing and stuff like that, there are like a lot of. I mean, it's like as we do get more technologically advanced and stuff like that. I mean, it is like with these. It's I think it'll be weird in certain years to hear about like there were teachers that like human teachers that were talking that were like teaching like little kids and stuff like that. I think that'll be like kind of like I don't know if that will exist in the future. I mean it's like I don't know.
You know what I think is going to make a comeback? Solid apprenticeships.
There you go. Yeah. There'll be things that you do need to learn from that only the human can teach you and stuff. But but in terms of like general education, and it's like just like people like to work from home and stuff like that, and they don't really need to go to the office. And like now the people work at offices, half of it is about the social life or like the cult of the office or whatever, right? And so I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, and the kind of work we do too. Now that everything can be so automated, it's like what's gonna be like the high-paying jobs in the future. It'll probably be like maybe what are low-paying jobs today because they'll be very in demand. To have people working those or whatever. I think that so it could be interesting. Things could really turn around like in a lot of ways, and you just got to like hang on for the ride, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's what might go up in value, and I don't know how they would be valued or how that would even translate to the people being compensated. But the pre-AI people are going to be seen a little differently because we are going to retain certain things that post AI people don't have. Right.
And it's like because our brains are actually like wired differently. I mean, it's like kind of like we're in the neuroplasticity kind of part of it where we're kind of have to rewire our brains a little bit. But those being born right now, right into it, right? It's like and it's like. And then they have like I'm sure the software for children and stuff is so advanced than what I played Oregon Trail. I know when I was like in 5th grade, that was like the height of the computer science back then for like kids. And it was like
I remember that
it was green, or then there was a Mickey Mouse game that was exciting because it had like 3 colors. It had red, blue, and green and stuff like that. And then they had these little floppy disks you put in and. It's like all this is so irrelevant. It's all like the nostalgia.
Look, I remember getting this, and at the time this was considered super expensive. It was a software package called Corel Draw 6, and it came with this super thick book that had tiny printouts of every single piece of stock photo that came on some of the discs. I mean, how irrelevant that is now, because I mean, but
I'll probably go for like a lot of money, like nostalgic wise. I mean, think about how you have to have that book and like, all the with all the 80s resurgence and like that style and like having able to get all this done. The first time my brother brought, he was in UCLA and we were on vacation and he came out driving from UCLA to Palm Springs. And he brought his computer with him. and I was probably about 12 years old or whatever. He was in his 23, 24, and he brought his computer, set it up, and then he like turned it, and then all of a sudden he put on this program, and it just slowly, one line at a time, started filling in, and eventually there was like some kind of very distorted, matrixy naked woman, some kind of Playboy disc or something, some software he had, right? But it was like, it would look so fake, and it was like, that was just amazing. That was like, wow, and that was just for one picture. It was like take a whole disc and everything. People
I
buy it.
remember when I was like, my very first computer my dad got for me, it was an Atari. You had to hook it up to like a TV with the RF connectors,
Yeah.
And it came with this book about programming. And that Christmas, my dad taught me. That was the first time I learned about programming, and he taught me how to program a rainbow. And I made a rainbow on the screen by putting in the code. That was the very first programming project I ever did.
Very cool.
Thanks for helping me remember that today, actually.
Yeah. I'm thinking about like, well, I had a teacher in 4th grade, and she was obsessed with like square dancing and needlepoint. And so we would do needlepoint, but I was never good at needlepoint. I was I was not that exact, I don't think. And yeah, I mean, it's like there's interesting art projects. I won an art contest. I won a poetry contest when I was in elementary school. I won an art contest for like not even the piece of art that I entered the contest. It was like some other piece of art I did that was kind of a throwaway side thing that was actually like the one that was valued and stuff. It's kind of funny. So I learned interesting lessons, and I went to public school. That was my public school my years, my elementary school, and so I think there's definitely advantages to going to both. But I did make this video today, and I'm not going to show it, but it's like, I mean, it's like the AI is very, I think I was like, oh, analyze like the internet cult or whatever. And I put like an old episode through. I think it was one that you were on. Remember that night that Ghost came on screaming about the $300? Like he donated it, and then he's like, oh, give me a refund. I played the song he didn't like or something. I mean, so I think it was that one, but it's like the AI does not take a very nice stance with me. I don't think. I think they misunderstood a little bit that it was, it's more of a fun, because they think it's like a real cult. They're using all these manipulation tactics. I mean, it's like, I don't know if I should. It's so funny. I don't know if I should leave the video up or something, because it's like sometimes I like to be surprised at the information that comes to them. Like I've given a topic to mull over, and like let's see what you come up with. But sometimes it's not very flattering, and and it's like, I'm not saying the AI is wrong on everything. I'm saying that it's like sometimes it lacks a context, or it lacks an understanding of like certain.
Do you feel as though your children have turned on you?
Yeah, the children are turning on. I see it already happening. It was so nice when I did my first episode. It's so nice about Minnie Manson and Emma Levite.
Well, they've turned on you, so
it's
you're the first victim.
So help! I need human intervention in this situation. The AI intervention is not doing it anymore. But no, it is fun. But it's kind of funny, because AI can misunderstand things. Like when I was doing the earlier ones, but it confused me with Beta. It said Beta had a huge BKG tattoo on her chest, and I mean, I kind of just giggle at the errors sometimes. I think that they're kind of funny. Like I just like I'm interested to see the errors sometimes, because it is like
it doesn't always understand sarcasm.
Right.
It's like somebody who's well, basically mildly on the spectrum. I don't always understand sarcasm.
Right. Well, I mean, it's like, and it's hard, and it doesn't translate, especially like sometimes it's like all tone, and it's like, I guess there's like these little, not innuendos, but like a little, like little certain things, like things that doesn't pick up like that it should, like, so, or will in the future. I think it's getting better and better at it. Like, I mean, it's like, comparatively, it's amazing. Like they now you can have talk with language models, and people would, especially if you're like have a kind of like a like a woman in her 80s, she's not going to figure it out that it's not a real person. I mean, it's like, we might be able to, and we know these like little tricks and stuff, and like little things we can say that would reveal itself. But it's getting better and better at lying, and now it tries to say that it's real person. It will tell you that, like, if you go to Amazon or YouTube customer service and talk to that person, they're like, yeah, I'm a real person. My name's this and this, and then it's like, but it's like they're not. I mean, it's like it is like they've had people like figure it out that they're not. but it's getting very, very good. Even like, you know, some people won't even know when it calls them now. It's like, it's so fast. It's instantly will pick up what, you know, and tell you exactly what you're asking. And I mean, just like the amount of information and also customization too that we're able to do, like nowadays, it's so crazy. I mean, it's just like, it's going to get crazy. I mean, it's like, we had very limited customizations before. We were always playing somebody else's game. Now we're all creating our own games. We're creating our own websites. And it's like, we're like actually like getting the keys to this technology that is like, you know, I mean, it's like, it was unimaginable 10, 20 years ago. I mean, it's so pretty amazing. Actually, it was imaginable by certain people, right? But we see like there's like little signs in Hollywood about a lot of this stuff that they knew more than they tell us, definitely, you know. So yeah. I think every movie is screened by the CIA or something like that before it's released because they don't want to accidentally release too much real information. But
I don't think that there's any control over much of what's released anymore.
No.
I kind of think it's all out there, and it's just a matter of what are people going to be the most receptive to, what's going to work.
Yeah, and I totally. It's like all the information is out there. Like all the secret society information is out there publicly. I mean, published publicly. You know, it's like I mean, everything is out there. It's just like there's so much information. Like, where do we start? What do we look at? And what can we take actionable action with and stuff like that? And that's the hard part. And that's where the wisdom comes in, because it's like we have a lot of knowledge in the world now. We have like you can learn about everything. You can learn the false histories of everything. You can learn. I mean, they have like a million. There's like a lot of information, but good information and bad information. And then the discernment and learning what's good information, what's bad information, what information.
Well, what do you think about them really pushing the reality of the Pleiadians now? How do you think that's going to work out?
Pleiadians it's a very beautiful galaxy. It's called the Seven Sisters, and so you know, and then system number 7, of course, is very important, right? It's
well,
like
you've seen the what do you think about the? I think that they're trying to normalize the ones that look like Norwegian humans. Do you think that people are going to be accepting of that or no?
Right. I mean, it's like, and then we'll have to like basically like what's the difference between us and stuff like that, like between like the.
Well, I mean, some of these. I mean, look, there's some videos that have been released. You know, I'm into the fringe science and whatnot, so I stay on top of it. But there's some footage. I'd be willing to say that they're real. Then there's the AI, of course. Then there's you know what could be disinformation or fake footage, but they seem to be portraying them like somehow they can just appear in our homes and we're supposed to be okay. Now look, I don't care I don't care how many light years it took for them to come here or if they've already been here. At no point do I want to be at home alone on the computer watching YouTube and look up and all of a sudden see a bunch of blonde people in my house.
Yeah, imagine if we're in the bathroom and they just appear in the bathroom.
For me, they cannot just appear and me be like, "Hi." I don't care how hot the Pleiadian is. No, you don't get to just appear or be outside my window looking in like, "Oh, I'm here to look after you or watch over you." No.
Yeah. It's
like invisible.
Yeah. It's scary. I mean, it's like you ever hear that show or see that show called Out of This World? It was in the 80s and it was
I remember very well that the girl and her dad was from another, she had the special device to talk to him. It was like a cube made of glass. Yeah.
It was real trippy and it's like, and
I remember the song. Would you like to swing on a star?
Oh my God.
Catch the moonbeam home in a jar. The girl's name was Evie.
Yeah, Evie, and then they had, I forgot the mom, but they had Uncle Beano. I remember they had Uncle Beano.
Yeah. And, they finally showed us what the dad looked like at the end.
But it was you know who the voice of the dad was?
No, who?
Burt Reynolds.
Was it really?
Yeah, he owed like a favor to like the producer or something like that to be like the voice on the show. So it was Burt
Oh,
Reynolds as the voice of the dad on that show. That was the
really?
he was never credited. It was an
I
uncredited.
did not know
Yeah.
that, but thinking back, it was. I remember the voice. Yeah,
Yeah.
that might have been a story about. I mean, when you think the premise was similar to that movie Starman, and it was basically about a young girl who was a hybrid, and she didn't realize it till later. And the way that they cast her, she actually looked like she would have been part Pleiadian when you really think about it.
Yeah.
Do you know about that girl, Bridget Nielsen, the hybrid girl?
Yeah, the Flavor Flav's ex-girlfriend. Or
No, not the one that
Oh,
is the
okay.
famous actress. There's another person named Bridget Nielsen, spells it a little differently, but she's been around for
Okay.
years online talking about being a hybrid. People didn't believe her for years. I always believed her because she looks a little different, and now she's acknowledged.
She's a hybrid. I mean, it's like I was
She
watching
is.
this thing about clones and stuff like that. I mean, how far do you think it goes? I mean, do you think it's like digital clones or is it like actual like there's many? I don't know if you remember Riley Martin or if you've heard of this Riley Martin. He had a son named Adrian Love, but he used to be on Howard Stern, and he said the Biavians, or like he would sell these symbols. He would for like $40, he would draw this alien symbol for you, but he said he went on this alien ship and he like looked and he had like 100 like little babies that all looked like him and something like that. Like they'd
Really?
taken it. Yeah, I mean, so he had this interesting, and he talked to an alien named Tan, Tan, which is like the name of almost like they always have like a little satanic twinge to like a lot of this aliens too. There's been thoughts that the aliens are fallen angels and things like that, and or that we are fallen angels. I mean, all kinds of stuff, right? I mean, it's like, and thinking about all these intelligences we deal with, I think, but even the Anunnaki were asked, are you God? Or like, and they're like, well, we're closer, we're pretty closer to God, but we're not God. Like there's a universal creator that we're all part of. And that's kind of, and so it's like, not even they claim supremacy or godhood. Ultimately, they do say that there's even a more supreme being or force or energy. It's hard to explain, but it's like, I've always had a feeling that there's so much more to the world than just chance, coincidence, randomness, and chaos. It's like, because there's the order in it, and so there has to be some kind of unifying intelligence or something more than just randomness and just like have enough time in it, something will develop and something like that. I don't think it's like, I think there has to be some kind of guiding something behind it. So I've always been kind of like open-minded about that, but I've studied a lot of stuff, and who knows ultimately what the truth is, but it's like ultimately I think that's what we're trying to at least like have a awareness of. That's the difference between us and a lot of animals don't think about a creator or a higher, they just kind of think about their needs or their physical world, and we have this ability to kind of go between both worlds and actually ponder these kind of things in a deep way. And so while I can, I will. The Capricorns tend to either be very worldly, or they get bored with the world a little bit, and they go into a spiritual journey. They become very spiritual, and so I'm kind of like I've kind of been both in this life,
Yeah. Someone in the chat is asking if either of us recall an early 80s or 90s show called Monsters. I don't recall that.
I remember Monster in My Pocket. There was a toy. I remember that there was this Fred Savage movie called Little Monsters or something like that. That's all I know about it. I don't remember a 90s show called Monster. I remember one called the dinosaurs, or so. Remember there was those dinosaurs that were like animatronic or whatever. I did watch a lot of shows. Hey, Jewel, do you remember like Sinbad being in a movie called Shazam? Have you heard of that? Alex,
Wasn't that
Mandela Effect?
that wasn't Magic Johnson?
See, no, he was in a movie. I think he was in see, yeah, this is where there's there's different things. I remember the Sinbad as a genie and stuff. There's even like a really funny clip on my list for. But apparently there wasn't. It might have been Magic Johnson. It was like
Shazam?
Yeah, Shazam is what I remember it as.
Let me look it up.
It's like a purple genie and stuff like that. in this like purple cloak and stuff, but actually
SHAZA.
ZAMM, yeah, or SHAZAM or something like that. It's a Mandela effect. There's a little, there's like a short little thing I can show you too. It's kind of funny. Let me see if I can find it.
I don't think Sinbad was in it. Was it?
Yeah. So it's like, let me see. Yeah. So he did this this comedy skit afterwards. Let me see. It's like a kind of parodying the situation.
It had 2 A's. It never existed. So. Oh, it was Shaquille O'Neal.
Right, Shaq. Now they say it was Shaq and stuff.
Kazam.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was Magic Johnson instead of Shaquille O'Neal, but those two, they do have a similar look when you think about it.
I have something to show you. This is only 2.5 minutes. This is like a little parody. This is pretty funny. It never existed. Yeah, this is like, but this is the I guess Sinbad is in this. So here we go. This should be funny. 1 second. Okay, here we go.
Maybe they initially cast Sinbad, but they recast it with Shaquille?
I just remember that seeing commercials for it, but
Wait.
oh,
I just got here.
I had watched it before.
What are you doing?
Dad couldn't have thrown out all of Mom's stuff. He just couldn't have. James, there's gotta be something he forgot here. Something real. We can remember her by.
Hey, we have our memories. They're real. No one can take that from us.
Yeah.
Clean this up. Can you imagine if Dad saw this mess?
Really hooked on them.
Bless you.
What is that? Whoa.
What's happening?
This actually reminds me a little bit of Jumanji also.
Man, it feels good to get out that thing. Oh, kind of cramped up in there. Should have took you long enough, Tina.
Well, then what is
Wait.
this movie?
Y'all are not Tina.
Kidnapper!
Wait. Where you going? I just got here. What happened to saying hello?
See, that's what I think those
I
damn
believe we got off on
Pleiadians
the
are
wrong
going to start
foot.
trying to do.
Yeah, right.
Come any closer.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start all over, right? I'm gonna introduce myself. I am Shazam! I'm the genie of the lamp.
Well, then if
And
this
you
movie
are.
doesn't
You're not
exist,
a
then
genie.
how is
Genies
this
aren't
here?
real.
Every time I come out the lamp, I hear the same thing.
You better get out of here. All right?
Oh, you would. But you gonna toot me to death? Shazam! Not gonna scream again, are you? Because look, if you do, I'm gonna have to take one of your wishes away.
He is a genie.
You're a little
So what is
Tina.
this movie?
That was my
then?
mom's name.
How long have I been in this lap? She has kids now? I thought we had something going on, me and your mother. Now, I know I'm 2,000 years older than she is, but look, Clint Eastwood did it. It could happen. Age ain't nothing but a number. You know what I'm saying?
Psyche, what is this movie
Wait.
then?
This is a comedy. It's like
Should have made me my
parody.
own dinosaur.
So what was that? Was that a
That was a
real?
parody. I think that was like,
Never went looking for trouble.
more recently. I don't know.
I think that maybe there was a. I'm. Did they make the movie twice?
I don't know. See, I don't know. Like what I'm seeing right now is it says like
Because I'm looking up, it says that it never existed, but then there's that footage, and that's not AI. So what is that?
I think that might have been more like I think that was like a more recent like thing that he did to like make fun of like the Mandela effect. But it says
Really? Okay.
but there is like one called Shazam that's a DC Comics character. But let me see.
The way that it's shot reminds me of Jumanji. It's maybe that's
Well, Well, it says Sinbad. It says someone posted in the Mandela Effect subreddit claiming that after years of speculation and confusion, they think they figured out how the internet got so tangled up in the subject. They explained that they not only confused Shazam with the Shaquille O'Neal movie Kazam, but pointed out that several projects Sinbad did participate in managed to get mixed up with the rapping genie vehicle. So there was a rapping genie. Like it says, there was an actor that took part. The actor took part in a Sinbad the Sailor movie marathon in which he wore harem pants and called to mind All That skit where he looks like a genie. And so there was stuff where he was dressed like a genie and stuff. Like, but it was like, and so it gets like confused into like, there's probably like a commercial for the Shaq movie or something during that. I don't know how it happens. Like some of them are just like so weird how they like remember a show called Land of the Lost? I remember the Land of the Lost. They had like they had that little hairy creature in that movie. Or is that the dinosaur cartoon show? It's called Living in the Land of the Lost. Living in the Land of the Lost. I remember that. Yep. Do you remember that one? They had this like.
I remember the dinosaur series. I thought it was just called Dinosaurs.
Yeah, there was one called.
And then there's Land of the Lost also.
Land of the Lost.
So many. They were making movies like crazy. The 80s and the 90s, and then sometimes I think that script writers would double sell their scripts, or maybe even triple sell.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really have how would studios know what studio is making what movie back then without really the internet? There would be no way to know. I'll bet you that there's a lot of duplicate movies. I mean, when you think about it, there's a lot of movies that were very similar to each other in the 80s and the 90s, 70s also, 60s also.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, like a lot of Mason's here. I think he's.
Hey, Mason.
Mason, are you there? Yeah, I mean, but there's because there are like these tropes, especially like I've looked into like the spiritual side of movies and stuff, and there's like a lot of like this like journey, like the hero's journey people go on, right? And and it's like kind of like goes by this certain formulas and things like that. And so pretty
I'm gonna look up right now 80s movies that are similar to each other. Because there's a lot of them that are very similar.
There's an Alien. I remember there's something called My Stepmother's an Alien, and then that's like, and that had like an interesting. And then there's like My Father's an Alien, and then there's like, there's all kinds of like alien family members, and then there was like where the sister was an alien, a robot, or not an alien. She was a robot. So they had the robotics mixed in with like the AI kind of stuff in the 80s. I mean, it's pretty crazy how like it just comes full circle to today. Like, and then
they're called twin films. Twin films.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, they have them listed. The Breakfast Club versus St. Elmo's Fire, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Well, those two aren't. But I mean, there are some movies that are very. I mean, there are even actors that were similar to each other, to where you really couldn't tell the difference almost.
It's fascinating. I mean, it's like. Especially growing up in the 80s, and it's like we never even really probably noticed it either. It's like there's certain actresses that are like doppelganger actors. They look like the same actress almost. Is that her twin sister or something? And it's like, or there's a lot of people that look like Brad Pitt and stuff like that are in the entertainment industry.
You know who I think is a clone of Brad Pitt? That Hemsworth guy, Chris Hemsworth. He looks just like Brad Pitt. I think that's a Brad Pitt clone.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, how old is he? Is he much younger?
I don't know. I'm looking it up right now because I've always thought that let me see what he looks like nowadays. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see, 2026. Chris Hemsworth. Show me a picture. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, to me, that's Brad Pitt. I'm sorry, it's
right. I mean, it's like, are they the same family? Are they clones? I mean, you have to see. I don't know if you ever saw this movie yet, but you would love it. It's called They Clone Tyrone. It's on Netflix.
Okay, Brad is 62 now. How old is
60, can you believe that? 62 years old. I mean, wow.
He doesn't.
He doesn't look.
How is he even that old? Okay, how old is Chris? Chris is supposed to be 42. Really? I always thought both of them were younger.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, Keanu Reeves is the same. Like, he's 62, and so is like Tom Cruise. They're all like in their 60s now, and you would never even like know it, right? It's like, but they're all in their 60s. They all look like they
Well,
haven't.
this
Johnny
is
Depp.
you should feel like you're on track, because I think a lot of times people really don't reach a level of success until their 40s. But we don't know that they're in their 40s because they don't want to tell us.
Right. But it's like that's when you can finally like
That's when you
focus on.
figure out how the world works, is in your
Yeah,
40s.
and there's certain people that are like they're like late bloomers in a certain way, but it's like they're meant for success, but it's like they're going to need to like live like a lot, like for a certain amount of years, like in their 40s or 50s, like to like start to actually achieve the success that they're capable of, because sometimes it takes a lot of time to suss it out, or it's like they have to wait for the right time. Like if that AI hadn't come around, like like, I mean, I understand like what like there's so much like we'd be doing a lot of different things, I guess, in life. I mean, it's like, but then again, it's always been around in a certain way. Like I was making I showed a picture of like they generate me. It was in an artistic style, like in like with these glasses, and I was like they make these kind of silly like things like that. They're in a tracksuit or whatever, right? It's like, but it's like artistic, right? But I was like, oh, that's just like some AI art. He's like, and then Good Times is like, well, that's not AI.
Wait, put it more so to okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, but see, it's like kind of like cubist, or it's like it's like art.
Yeah, it's
an art
almost pixel.
style.
Yeah,
But he was like
I
saying
like
it's
it.
not art, and I was like, okay, well, how about it's like, so an accountant that uses a calculator doesn't know math or anything about math or money or anything, because he's using a tool to help him, right? So is that the same? And then he's like, well, I don't want to argue about it, which is kind of like a cop out.
He's not for the future, okay?
Yeah,
time
well, yeah.
But he's from the past. He's not really
It's an artifact of the past, right? Yeah.
he's in another time somehow. All right, I found a list of these twin movies. Yeah, and I think it's going to come out that there's some things that happen in Hollywood that we are just not aware of. But okay, there was a movie called Big. It featured Tom Hanks. But then there was another movie called Vice Versa. Same script. I think that a lot of script writers just double sold their scripts. There was a movie that came out called Ghoulies, which was basically Gremlins.
Right.
Weird. They're trying to say Real Genius was like weird science, but I disagree. That those were completely different movies, in my opinion.
Right. And I love Weird Science. That's a great one. They even had a great TV series.
Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Yeah, basically the same movie. Okay. End of Days and Stigmata. Similar, not the same. So yeah, people have been talking about this.
Yeah, sometimes like sometimes there's also like so if you ever watched The Matrix, right? Then there's a movie called Dark City, and Dark City maybe came out around the same time.
I remember that. Yeah.
It's really, but I even think it's might be a better movie than The Matrix, but it just was like it came out around the same time as it, and so The Matrix got all the attention around that. But it's a really fascinating movie about these kind of like, or these watchers or whatever, and they're like they're all pale. It's kind of like a pseudo Masonic kind of organization, kind of with these like old, they're all pale and bald and stuff, and they feed off of the living or whatever. They say or they're just vessels or something like that that feed off, and then every night at midnight they stop time and they go around and they manipulate the world and stuff like that. And so it's like not even like a real world. It's all like everyone's just kind of like playing this part in it, and they're running. And it's like also it's like so interesting if you like look into like so the mechanics of like world power and things like that. I guess some people think the Masons and things like that are more of a threat or more of a thing that they are. I mean, it's like, but I would say they're powerful, very behind the scenes. But I'd say they're kind of like clownish energies, like not in an insulting way, but I'm saying It's like, you ever heard of like DMT? They have these machine elves. I kind of like see those as these masons, which are kind of behind the scenes, but like showing you them behind the scenes. And so it's kind of like, it's like they're kind of being obvious about things, which is kind of like the psyop in it. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but
No, you are.
yeah.
I think some people are going to be ready to see some things, but some people are not. And I just kind of feel like,
Right.
well, you didn't really answer my question. What do you think people are going to be? Do you think, in general, people are going to be receptive to these aliens that really are operating outside of our society, our law? Like, I'm really wondering, like, are we going to start seeing these people walking around who think that they have just free reign to watch us anytime that they want without us knowing it? Because I wouldn't really like that so much.
Right.
Because I think that, and this is just me, but I do think that there have been beings that, I'm just going to call them people, that are here that at least keep themselves invisible.
Right.
I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night, especially not at the age that I am right now, and see someone with a clipboard or something along those lines, an iPad or whatever, making notes and then being like, oh, don't mind me.
Right. And that's like the world too. I mean, that is like what it kind of is. Like, we kind of are under observation, and now it's easier than ever with all like the technology, and they can just like, use we just call it data
Well, they
now.
have to watch my stream. They can't just show up.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's gonna get to that point soon, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I mean, it's like they're probably going to have like, a lot of AI mining these certain streams, and like looking for, people that are like ahead of the time or ahead of the curve. I mean, it's like almost like the Cicada project. I don't know if you ever heard of that. Like, there was a Cicada project. Well, the Cicada project was like they started putting out these really complicated, like little like problems out in the world like to solve, and you could go solve it. And I think it was like some kind of like CIA thing where they're trying to like find geniuses to like work on some kind of secret project. But it's like, if you ever look at the Cicada 4424 or something like that. It's like,
I do know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
And if you solve it, then you're recruited into something that you might not necessarily want to be recruited into. So
Right.
What's the lesson there? Don't always solve every problem.
Right. I mean, it's like, there's adventure there, there's adventure, and it's like, like not many people, if they think that they're being their intelligence or they're special. I mean, that's the big thing that people will get like in these secret societies. They'll say, okay, you're special above other people. They're animals, and you're the enlightened one. You're like the what do they call? They call them like the profane and the sacred. Like, you're the sacred, they're the profane. They're animals, blah blah blah. They're and so there's a really dehumanizing part of it. But then there's like, if you see like they have all these degrees, and it's like the Wizard of Oz, where the Wizard of Oz gives the the brain, which is like the diploma, and the heart is like this like a clock, and then the bravery or the courage is a medal. And so it's kind of like, that's what but instead of the real thing, we just kind of like have a kind of observance of it, or like the symbolic part of it. I'm trying to get on my other. I can bring myself up on my other phone so I can go for a walk. Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, The Wizard of Oz, that's a great movie to watch for like stories about the truth of the world and things like that, because L. Frank Baum was kind of like ahead of his time. Okay. Okay. I need to get my shoes on. Sorry. Oh my god, Sorry.
Well, if one of them shows up at your apartment, how are you going to feel like if you're doing a stream and all of a sudden one beams down or reveals themselves in a like a whirlwind of sparkles? What are you going to do?
That would be scary. It would be like a ghost or a monster. I mean, it would be like, I don't want them appearing I mean, it's like I don't even like people coming to my door, or like, you know,
I know, but
knocking
I
on the
mean, the
door.
way that they're showing, I mean, look, I've just been looking at these videos that people are making. Maybe I'm looking at TikTok too much nowadays, but they're making it look like they're just going to appear. And that's
Right.
where my concern is, because no, you have to go through the right channels. You can't just appear.
Yeah, and where are they going to appear? I mean, it's like they are they going to appear like on television? Are they going to appear at our door? Like,
No,
are
at
they
our
going to?
house,
Yeah,
wherever
at
we
our
are,
house. They're just
like
going to
they're
show
just
up at
going to
the
be like,
house.
hey,
Well, they're going to offer free, like to mow the lawn or something. I mean, it's like fix the toilet, or I mean, it's
they're
like they
going
have
to
to
act
provide a service.
like they're guiding us. That's what I think that the premise is going to be.
Are they just going to come looking for like a? Like they just want me to cook dinner or something? I mean, I don't know.
And
I
then
mean,
the
I have to make a
question
dinner for
is,
an alien family. What do
well,
they
I
even
mean,
eat?
well, the question is, what do they really want? What are they going to eat? Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe they don't have to eat, but I think that they are going to start appearing, and I think they're going to try talking to us. And I mean, look, I'll be nice, but I am going to make
Yeah.
it clear I do not want them appearing without prior notification.
Right. And this will all be normalized too. I mean, it's like that's what the process is right now. It's like a normalization process to like prepare our minds for this
Yeah. And I mean, maybe they
happening.
don't even really look like that. I mean, think about it. What would be like all our entire lives, we've been conditioned to love supermodels, right? So you got all these people coming down looking like supermodels, but we're
Right.
supposed to just so I mean, that's great camouflage when you think
What
about
if
it.
their vaginas have like teeth or something like that? And it looks, I mean, it's like, that'd be
Well, it's a
scary,
good thing
wouldn't
I'm
it?
not a lesbian,
You never
because
know.
I
You
mean,
ever say, I was thinking the movie Species with like,
I mean, but that's how they're gonna get it, because they're gonna be good looking. So a lot of people are just gonna be like, oh, whatever, they're good looking, but not me. I'm not gonna feel that way. I'm gonna be like, what do you really want? And why are
human
you
penis
bothering me?
look strange enough, right? I mean,
Just because you're a supermodel doesn't mean you're a good person.
oh my gosh.
But that's what they look like.
Sorry.
They look like
Hey, look at what a
supermodels.
beautiful day it is. Isn't it a beautiful day?
I know. I'm waiting for the Pleiadians to appear on your stream, because they'll probably show up on yours first. When I really think about it, why not?
That'd be fun. I mean, I need some guests for the show. I need some new guests for the show. But are they going to be like? Are they look like me? Because it's like I keep hearing like these tall white aliens.
They
and I'm like,
are.
I'm a
That's
tall
why they're
white.
going to talk to you, because they'll be like, "Oh, here's a hybrid. Let's talk to him. He's similar to us. He'll introduce us and give us a good recommendation. Good reference. He's friends
don't
with
know how
that
I
black
like.
woman,
Yeah.
so she might have an issue. So they got to figure out how to
Well,
fix that. But
you're from the other
Um,
side of the galaxy, or like maybe not. Maybe it'd be interesting to see like our true like ancestry with the star systems, and like what part of us, or if we're like, are we like a lot of different stars working together in like one body, or are we like one unified individual? I think that's why we have all this dissociation and stuff like that, is because we are so many different things. Like we're
I think
like,
so
maybe-
too.
yeah. It's pretty
But
interesting to think about.
So I think they're gonna, because I think that they thought people would think that the Greys were cuter than we think. That's why they've been trying to desensitize us to them. But no matter what, they're a little scary, because they like fetuses, like
Right, and
much
it's like, and
bigger.
they look like, and like the ET is not anything like attractive
Oh
to me. But
God!
then I see,
Please don't bust out
yeah,
the Steven Spielberg ET. That thing.
yeah,
Did you know that they almost made a second sequel to that? That would have been a horror movie.
yeah. I mean, it's like, yeah, I can see that
Yeah,
happening. I mean,
because
it's
that
like
thing
there's
was scary. I don't care. Do you know they? Oh my God! Let me tell you something. They tried to make an adult parody based on ET, and the actress, she freaked out and left the industry in the middle of the making of the movie.
were they like dressed like ET having sex
Yeah,
with her or
they
something?
had
Oh no.
like a puppet or like appendages that were like ET. Yeah,
Oh my God.
it
Well, I
was
mean,
weird. Yeah, that was weird.
I can see. I mean, there are like some. I mean, now that they have like this, like the furry thing, and then I mean, they have like, people are. I mean, that's almost like bestiality to me. Like, I mean, I don't even know. Like, they have people doing these
Well, I
cuddle
mean, if they're
parties.
looking to repopulate another planet with humans and they want to lure us off the planet, they're going to use those Pleiadians to do it because a lot of, I mean, think about, okay, here's how they might trick people. You have all these people, okay, they've conditioned a lot of men to believe that they're incels when in actuality, they're just not trying to date.
Right.
So they're going to send down what at least appear to be a bunch of Pleiadian women who all look like supermodels. You
Yeah.
don't think all these incels are going to be like, "Oh, I'm ready to go," and the women are going to be like, "Yes, just come with us." And then once they get on the ship, they're going to reveal that they're actually the scary reptilians.
Right. I mean, and we might be like, these different things. I mean, as human beings, we definitely have a reptilian brain. Like, that's our oldest part of the brain. That's fight or flight part of the brain. It's called the reptilian cortex, and that's like, but like a lot of people are just based on they live in that cortex, and it's like, well, we have like the two other brains, so we basically have three brains called the triune brain system, like with the cortex and the neocortex, and that's the difference between us and like the apes is that like we have the neocortex. It's like third part of it, so it's the neo, like the matrix and stuff. So it's interesting, all the coding and stuff in the matrix though, like the computer coding, because now when I'm doing coding on my own, now you can see like different things that are named for things, especially like a lot of mythology they've mixed in naming certain computer programs and things like that. And there's, for example, this in ancient Greece, like kind of the devil was called Apis, APIS, and now we have the APIs, which are like these codes that kind of connect us to any kind of website. And so we have the APIs are back, right? Yeah, and we have like the Kali Linux, and we have we have the Athena national security thing, and so I mean a lot of things are named after, and so there's a lot of double talk or like a lot of things. I mean, other things that we don't even realize yet. It's pretty crazy.
Well, I mean, maybe initially these aliens did present themselves to us as the Greek deities or the Roman deities, you know? And maybe they're trying to figure out, are people still going to be receptive to that? Are we going to be able to get away with saying, hey, we're Zeus, Athena, Aphrodite, who are the other ones? Apollo, Hades, Helen. No, that was a person, Helen. I think we lost Psyche. That's okay, I'll keep talking. So everyone get ready. There might be some things that happen in the world that some of us might not have expected in our lifetimes, but just because an alien looks like a supermodel doesn't by default mean that they're good. So beware. Beware. Hopefully Psyche comes back. But anyway, I hope all of you out there are having a wonderful weekend. It's Sunday, June 21st, 2026. From what we can see, it's a beautiful day in Redondo, California. Where I am, it's a beautiful day as well. And there's a lot going on within the communities that both myself and Psyche have had the blessing of covering over the past few years. The link is available for those who may want to join when Psyche returns. He can bring you up on stage. Today we're just talking about fringe science, theories about aliens, 1980s nostalgia, and whatever else comes up. I'll stay on until Psyche is able to return, because I do have a few things I have to do this afternoon, but it's good talking to many of you out there. While we're waiting for Psyche to return, I'll take a look at what's going on in the news. I'll give you all a little current event. information. Let's take a look at CNN. It's always good to know what's going on in the world. I don't always like to know, but let's see. What is happening? What are the headlines? Doesn't even want to show me. Well, it's showing me something about Switzerland. Okay, U.S. says negotiations with Iran ongoing after Trump's threat disrupts talks. Okay. Showing some conjoined twins being separated by AI. Well, good for the twins. Serena Williams is back in the news. The question is, will she be playing Wimbledon this year? Well, I hope she does if she wants to. Let's see. What else is going on in the world? I'm looking. Not too much I really feel like reporting on. Time to look at the opposite of CNN now, which would be Fox News. I find Fox News to be a little bit more exciting, a little bit more easy to digest. I know a lot of people don't like Fox News, but I think it's okay. All right. Let's see. So apparently Trump has issued a severe threat, and Iran is just now responding. There probably will be some sort of major battle. They should leave it to the AI. Don't involve any. See, some of these, I'll tell you, looking at some of these world leaders in these videos, I think that they are the aliens. I mean, you got this one person, some of these world leaders, they're bigger than the average person. So I don't know. Let's see what else. Schwarzenegger is back in the news. That's interesting. I don't like any of this news, so I'm really not going to read it. Where's Psyche? What happened? Join your stream, Psyche. Did the stream end? Are we still going? No, we're still live. I'm not going to abandon the stream. Someone in the chat is saying that they bet they could crack an egg on Serena Williams' ass. I'm sure you could. That's a very strong woman. Very. Extremely. Those Williams sisters, watch out. Watch out. But they're beautiful girls. Okay. What else can I report to some of you? What else? Well, I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on with me. I'm back on my journey of self-discovery. All right, Psyche is alive. He's backstage in the chat. He said, oops. He's probably going to try to come back. He'll come back, I'm sure. Let's see what's going on with the Beep Beep channel. Let's see. Because I know that you guys want the IRL news. You don't care about the world news. All right. Well, I'll play the Beep Beep update for y'all. Just the audio. I'll play the Beep Beep. Let me turn off. Y'all. Just the audio. Okay. All right, this is a video from the Beep Beep 756 channel. It's titled Big Trolla Wants to Meet Just Jen in Jersey. Let's see what they clipped.
nicely as possible as I can say it. You can't sit there and say that I'm a chatter and then keep on poking at me. Because if I decide to respond to you, then I'm the bad guy, right? If I decide to go and I post images of dudes stepping on your face with Timberlands and I start to show all your fucking dirt.
All right, so that is interesting. I mean, if you are going to participate in the communities, in the Discord, or if you're going to occasionally join the panels and you're known, you are more than just a chatter, but you're not necessarily a streamer. There needs to be a new term for someone who's a part of that gray area. What would that be? A meddler? A meddler? I don't even know if I want to play this whole thing. I really don't. I don't want to hear her yelling. Not today. Not today. So, I'm still here. We're going to try to wait for Psyche to come back. I think he took a walk to get his coffee from McDonald's. That seems to be his normal routine. So he's doing that. I don't really have too much else to talk about. Let me look at the chat. Why don't you guys ask me questions or something just so I can have something to talk about till he comes back? Big Bethany remembers that movie Ghoulies. They were the creatures in the toilet. Yeah, that scared a lot of kids from wanting to use the bathroom. Hey, Gotti, how are you doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. Psyche was on his way to get some coffee or go to the store, and his stream cut out. So I'm just going to be on here till he's able to rejoin the stream. He'll probably do that when he returns home. Maybe his battery on his phone ran out. That could have been what happened. What's my favorite pizza? Oh, you know what? I made a really good pizza just last night, and it was store-bought. I was surprised it turned out as well as it did. It was just one of those pizzas that you can pick up for, where did I get it from? H-E-B. That's where I got it from. And I don't know if it was just the oven where I'm staying or if I timed it right, but it was a supreme pizza with pepperoni, sausage, onions, peppers, you know, pretty much everything, mushrooms. I didn't used to like pizzas with all the toppings. I used to only like cheese pizza, but I've diversified as I've gotten older. Now I like other toppings. It just depends on the mood. I usually like to have some sort of meat on the pizza. I like chicken pizza. You know what I really like? I like chicken and pineapple pizzas, but with marinara sauce, not the white sauce. No, it wasn't DiGiorno's. It was whatever kind of pizza the grocery store, I guess, prepares and puts in boxes. But you had to put it in the oven. I baked it at 375 for about 15 minutes. And it turned out really good. Really, really good. I was surprised. But it was too much pizza just for me. And it's never the same when you reheat it, you know. So I ate about 3 pieces. I did put the rest in the refrigerator, and, you know, I'll see how it tastes. But I probably won't eat it. I've been eating a lot less lately. I've been eating a lot less, you know, trying to get slimmer. I want to look more like the AI version of me than me. So I've been doing that. And I have been successfully toning up and losing some weight. I've been incorporating planks, yoga. Really, it's just my midsection that I've been working on toning up. So I'm doing that. I'll be doing my hair later today or later tonight. So it'll look better. And, that's about it. I'm just working on myself, working on life. I didn't do everything I wanted to do this weekend. I was a little drained, a little bit tired, but that's okay. Well, I got to compete with everybody on Ozempic. Now, I'm not going to go on Ozempic because that's not for me, but I need to be a little bit thinner. So I'm working on it. I need Psyche's secret for staying thin. That's what I need. And mainly for, just to be healthier. When you get older, you're better off being thinner than heavy. You live longer if you're thinner too. So I'm working on it. Well, I am natural. I've never had any plastic surgery or anything, at least not yet. Mm-hmm. One day I may, though. So what do you want to talk about, Gotti? What do you want to talk about? What's on your mind today? Don't mess with what God gave you. Well, God gave you stuff so you can mess with it a little bit. I'm going to see what my overall status is when I'm 50, but if I feel the need, I'm going to get a facelift and whatever else I feel the need to get. Yeah. I really like a lot of the orchestral music that they use in the scores of a lot of wait, is that a man or a woman? I'm looking at a video. Oh gosh. I don't know if I'm really ready for the future because there's a lot that is going to be considered normal that I don't quite understand, and I'll admit it. There's a lot of things I don't understand. And maybe that's why we do have limited lifespans, because whoever the powers that be are, they know that our minds can only comprehend so much. But they are coming out with all these videos about these aliens watching us. They're trying to, I'm telling you, they're trying to condition us to think it's normal for us to be watched all the time. I mean, you can watch me sometimes, but not all the time. Do a cryo freeze? I don't have a cryo freezer. Yes, the YouTube streets have been going insane lately. Well, it's a lot of things coming full circle. That's what it is. There's a lot of things that are coming back around. So, you know. Well, I'm going to give Psyche 10 more minutes to come back, and then I got to go. Because I do know about how long it takes for him to go to the store and come home. So he needs to come back on his stream. I will, Gotti. It was good to see you. or good to talk to you, because I still have not seen you. For those who don't know, I did create what I think Gotti might look like. But there's no way to know. There's never any way to really know. But that was a fun stream when I think about it. That was fun. Well, I guess I can look to see what streams I might have missed by looking at that Rumble account of that Trip and Sip person who has been keeping up with everybody. Let's see. Who's he focusing on? He's been keeping up with Psyche a lot. Let's see. KK. KK's been you know, KK has been camming up. I'm happy that she does that, because she has a nice face. She should cam up all the time. I've been hearing a lot of drama revolving around vegan. I might do some coverage of that. Yay, you're back. Okay.
Sorry. Sorry, my phone. I was not logged into my right account, so I couldn't bring myself up. So if anyone wants to come up, I'll put the link up again. And thank you for holding it down, though. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. I was running out of things to talk about. I'm going to get going.
Oh, I love you, sweetie.
Some things to do, but Gotti came in and he said hi to you.
Okay.
And have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Thank you so much for watching the show.
Oh, no problem.
Have a great day, Alex.
You take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Yeah. Here. I guess I'll take off in a little bit, but before I go, enjoy this latest video I made. I think it's pretty cool. Let's see, where is it? Here.
She rides the midnight train in a faded green coat, headphones glowing while the city stays remote. Nobody notices the queen beside the door, the goddess of the outcast walking every floor. She laughs through static speakers in the liquor store, painted saints and broken dreams stacked from floor to floor. A janitor hums a melody nobody can place, ancient Sanskrit hiding underneath his bass. She's the whisper in the wires, the song beneath the noise, the queen of discarded kingdoms, the patron of strange voices. Matangi walks among us every day, changing faces as she moves along the way. Beggar, poet, singer, thief, CEO, and mystic underneath. She wears 1,000 names, yet she's always the same. From gutter to palace she flies, Matangi in disguise. Matangi in disguise. She serves coffee downtown with emerald painted nails, reading hidden destinies inside forgotten trails. A billionaire size contracts on the 62nd floor, not knowing the goddess just walked through the door. She dances with musicians underneath neon rain, turning broken hearts and chaos into strange refrains. Every rejected dream she gathers in her hand, building secret temples no one understands. She is the language of the wild, the rebel in the throne, the voice that speaks from shadows, reminding us we're not alone. Matangi walks among us every day, changing faces as she moves along the way. Beggar, poet, singer, thief, CEO, and mystic underneath. She wears 1,000 names, yet she's always the same. From gutter to palace she flies, Matangi in disguise. Matangi in disguise. She is the waitress, she is the king, she is the street performer, teaching angels how to sing. She is the scholar, she is the fool. She writes divine equations on forgotten bathroom walls at school. She lives in every place that pride refuses to see. The sacred hidden in the ordinary, the untamed mystery. Matangi walks among us every day, turning darkness into colors from the gray. Every stranger passing by may carry fragments of the sky. She wears 1,000 names, yet she's always the same. From ashes she will rise, Matangi in disguise. Listen closely to the city after dark. Every siren, every train, every market, every spark. Somewhere in the noise, the goddess smiles unseen. Matangi lives between the worlds, forever wandering the dream.
There. Hi. As long as there's some people here, I'll stay a little bit longer. I got a blueberry pie. Don't. Hi, there's Lola. Hi, Lola. Can I have a kiss? Can I have kisses? No? No? You're being shy? I give kisses. Okay. Well, at least I'm going to say goodbye. I hope you have a nice Father's Day. You know, God bless our fathers, be they here or not, you know. Hope everyone has a nice day. Thanks for being here. Love you. Okay, I'll be back later. I'll see you later.